so much for him. It meant so much for an awful lot of people. I'm not sure I've been happier commentating on a 100-meter final. Well done, Usain Bolt.
That was incredible, Steve, you're right. But you know, one of the things we were waiting to see is that whether he could get on Justin Gatlin's shoulder, because Justin has not been tested for, as you said, over 20 races when somebody is right on him, whether he's going to keep his form or whether he's going to tie up. But Usain did what was necessary. At 60 meters, we knew he needed to be in contention. If he was in contention, he could spread out that long, loping stride he do and really believe in himself. And of course, Justin Gatlin was the complete opposite. When Usain Bolt came to his shoulder, he got nervous instead of keeping his form. And the reward was the gold medal for Usain Bolt for the new season's best, 9.79. It didn't take the best performance from him to do the business, but because of the reputation of the man, the skill of the man, he delivered the performance, and that was key.
Well, let's just milk this. We'll see some replays in a second. It was very, very tight, obviously. They're still looking at a photo finish. I don't know why, really. The Bolts won it. Here we go, Colin. Talk about the start. So Gatlin, not as good for me as he has been. Bolts on terms here. Bromell got out very, very well indeed and has been rewarded with a bronze medal here. But this is where he's best. And Gatlin now suddenly, for once, looks a little bit tight. And look at that. Look at that. He goes all to pieces at the end.
Exactly what we said, because we knew if Justin really is not being tested, as I said, right, for all these many races, and we knew with the pressure on and the attitude that Usain Bolt has, which is, if I'm there, I'm getting you. He demonstrated that in the semi-final, remember, when he was down, he put his foot on the gas, hauled himself through to make this final, to take the victory, and here in this final, he did exactly the same thing, kept a cool head, worked himself from gun to tape, and again, look at that, tight, but the victory goes, to me, to the right person.
Colin, do you think Bolt knows what to do here? Do you think that pressure there, Gatlin, he started 10 yards out, his arms going, if he just held his form and dipped at the right time, he might have still got that.
He really should have just run exactly the same way he's ran in the semi-final, but there was no pressure in the semi-final. He got out well and he could just concentrate on what he needed to do. All that happened with Justin was somebody got to him. It got to his shoulders, and once that happens, as I said, people can crumble. And because he's not experienced with that anymore, that's been really his downfall today. And he will kick himself, because he'll never ever, I can assure you, get a better opportunity to beat Usain Bolt. Let's have a look at this head-on, Steve. In the middle, Tyson Gay. Now, for Usain, I think he was using both Mike Rogers and Tyson Gay as a little bit of a pull card for him. Not necessarily saying that they were like a rabbit for Usain, but if he knew he was close to those two, he wouldn't be too far off what Justin Gatlin was about to do. He managed to ease himself past them around that 60-65 meter mark, and then he kept focused. Look at his eyes. There's no deviation anywhere. He's muscling his way here. And in contrast, look at Justin Gatlin losing form, overstriding, wanted the line to come much sooner than it did, and Usain Bolt just smiles. Watch that.
Well, Usain Bolt, he didn't turn, did he? And he's had a lot put on his shoulders, not just his own reputation, as I was saying then, about saving that and saving his title. And, he answered the question this week, I can't save the sport on my own. And what I mean by that is that, the reputation and the issues that the sport has to face. But goodness me, he knows what an icon he is, and to still deliver with that sort of pressure. I know he wouldn't be thinking about that, but you have to admire him. You really have to admire him. And I can't say I'm sorry that Gatlin got beaten. I think most of us would say that. So Bolt, a great race, but the right result. And for Bolt, simply superb. The guy just has gone up another notch. He was already very, very high in my estimation, but he's just gone up another notch to produce that. And after that, what he did earlier on today as well, that stumble and everything. No, sensational.
I think, Michael, you must be really interested in this, and you must be excited. What's your thoughts?
I'm amazed, and I mean, I think that you know, Usain Bolt here. This is his best race ever. He will be so proud of this race because he knew that it was a completely different set of circumstances for him, much different than anything he's ever experienced since he came on the scene in 2008, and in all of his championship gold medals and wins, this will be the one that he'll be most proud of without a doubt. He was, I mean, you saw in the very beginning of this race that he was very tentative about his start. And I believe he had gotten into his own head about his start because he made mistakes in both of the earlier rounds in the first 10 meters. So he just wanted to get out of that start and get it clean. Just get a clean start, which is what he actually did here. And he almost pops up way too early right here. And he just wants to get out of that. Now he's clean and now he's clear of it. And now he can just get into what he does best, which is just run. And this is not about technique. This is not about strategy. This is what we did as kids in the schoolyard. Just run for your life without any form, without any pace, without any sort of technique. You just run. And that's what he did. And he's got the talent to be able to do that. He's just, no one else can do that. And so, you know, he's able to claim this victory. He timed his lean just right, just out of desperation, whereas Justin Gatlin, in all honesty, gave it away a little bit at the finish line because he timed his lean horribly. He timed it way early. He wanted that finish line. He knew that Bolt was coming. He knew that if I have another meter of this race, Bolt's going to get me, so I want the finish line to come now. So he tried to bring it to him by leaning, and that gave it away.
Well, look at the effect that he has. He is always in demand, but he's never been more so in demand, I think. And so many people, of course, have come to the stadium to watch. To be fair, they've all left now, but not most of them. It's really, I mean, you know, Michael was saying that I think it's a very valid point. You know, sometimes the athletes produce their best performances. They're not always your fastest. They're not always your most stylish. But when the chips are down and you walk away from a stadium, he'll walk away from tonight so proud of himself. You know, which might be difficult for you, Usain Bolt. He had so much to be proud of, but you know, this may well have been his finest day.
Yeah, we'd always have said that, wouldn't we? Because we knew he was under pressure. We knew what kind of performance he had to deliver. And he was under so much pressure from every single angle. But you know, from talking to him earlier in the week, he was always supremely confident in what he can do. And when you've got his physical stature, of course, there's that opportunity. So I'm loving that, and I want to see what's going to happen to him. And I want to hear his words when he speaks to Phil eventually.
Yeah, Phil's just waiting to get to speak to him, but it's busy down there. I'm sure Usain, who's never shy of a word or two. I know you interviewed him earlier on the week. Will be there. Let's just tidy up the result first, and then hopefully we'll get our chance to chat to him. We're forgetting that young Bromell, they've given 2 bronzes. I wondered why they were waiting with the photo finish there. The 2 great youngsters, and whatever happens to Bolt in the future, these 2 guys will figure. Bromell and De Grasse will share the bronze medal, a personal best for De Grasse of Canada. Gatlin will have to settle for the silver medal. And yet again, once more, Usain Bolt is the gold medalist, his 3rd world title, matches Carl Lewis and Maurice Greene in the 100 metres, of course, and the 200 metres. You know, he's got such a collection of gold medals, it's hardly worth kind of saying, you know, his 3rd world title, but that may, as we've all said, may well be his best one. Right, I think he's with Phil now.
He is indeed, Steve. Congratulations, Usain. Of all the great achievements, where does this one rank for you?
Well, it definitely means a lot because I've been struggling all season. It took me a while to figure out what was the problem, and it's all about getting it together, so I'm just happy.
We could sense that, and we knew from the first round, and then almost a trip in the semi-finals there. You were fighting for it, but you came through like the class act you are.
Yeah, I think the blocks, the thing about this is that throughout the season, we have 1 blocks, then we get to the championship, they give us 1 blocks to warm up with. And when you get out here, it's a total different block. So for me, who's not really good at starts, I need to practice with that block. So it's just been up and down. Even then, my 3rd step, I kind of stumbled a little bit. I had to get back in my rhythm. My coach said, listen, forget about the start. You know that when it comes to the right time, you're going to get it right. So when I tripped, I just remember that just drive, just continue to drive, please. And then the rest will be okay.
And you've got to be aware what this means to the sport. Everyone asks you about it in the build-up to it, beating Justin Gatlin. It was important to the sport. I know you played that down, but can you see the enormity of it?
For me, I understand why. But as I said, I want to do it for myself also, so it was a big deal, definitely.
Congratulations, Usain. Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, big deal from a big man, and always I always think a polite winner as well, whatever else is going on. As I said, he is a real hero of our sport. Indeed, he's a superhero. They normally wear better capes than that he's wearing at the moment, but we'll forgive him that, wearing the flag around his neck. Well done, Usain. We're all delighted you won. I'm sure people at home will think the same way. World champion for the third time.
What a moment. What a huge sense of elation, relief. I mean, the emotions that were there were probably as nervous and as tense leading up to that 100 metres as I can remember in recent times, Michael. And there was a lot riding on that. But I think if you put aside the issues of good versus evil and all of that, he is just such an incredible ambassador for the sport that none of us wanted to see him fall at that stage.
Right, and you have to give him respect for coming out here because he didn't have to. I mean, he's won everything. He's won this World Championship twice, and he's won the Olympic gold medal twice. So he doesn't have to come out here, and so you have to give him an enormous amount of respect to come out here knowing that for the first time, he knew coming into this championship, I'm going to be challenged, even if he was ready. I'm going to be challenged more than I've ever been challenged in my entire career because Gatlin has been running so fast and so consistent. And then knowing that the entire sport had placed this burden on his shoulders to save the sport, you know, and he, as he said, he's aware of that. And as much as you might want to try to, you know, just kind of focus on, I want to win for myself and win for my country, you know that that pressure is there, and you know that, you know, there's going to be sort of this feeling of, oh, you let us down if he didn't win. And so I give him so much credit for coming out. But, you know, again, this is not, I guarantee, and he said it in his interview, the start was something that he just couldn't get right this championships, and so he just wanted to get beyond that and then just run, and that's what he did. And he's one of the only athletes that can do that. He has that level of talent to where he can just run and beat everyone else and beat the best in the world at their best. Justin Gatlin is at his best right now. And again, like you said, you know, again, putting all of the other things aside, this was fun. This was fantastic because regardless of who it was, someone out there, okay, so if we don't mention his name, maybe that makes it better. Someone out there was running 9.7 every single race, making it difficult for Usain Bolt, and it all worked out in the end because Usain Bolt came out the hero again, and in an even bigger sense this time because he wasn't at his best, so it was a challenge, but also, yeah, and then we have to bring that back in. He had the pressure of, you know, just kind of nobody wants to see Justin Gatlin win.
It was just sport at its absolute best, wasn't it?
Oh, it
It's
was
what we love
fantastic.
about sport.
I think that's the reason we love sport, and if only the view